What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Front Yard Fantasy Podcast live stream, Double Football Monday. How are you guys? How was your weekend?
It's a good weekend. It was a good weekend. Nothing too crazy, but I am excited for the double football tonight.
Double football and football tomorrow.
Let's just call it triple.
Right? It's Triple Football Monday because you have to sleep for it to be a new day.
Yeah.
I remember for some reason this conversation sticks out. I had like a very heated argument in the 6th grade with a girl who like it could be 30 hours in a day if you woke up really early and went to bed really late. And I understand her sentiment. Like I get it. You had a 30-hour day, but that was too.
You're subtracting some of those hours from the next day, it sounds like. So yeah, you're gonna have trouble. Yeah. But she's kind of right. I mean, you could just be awake for 30 hours if that's what she's trying to say.
Swamp says, "Who dat?" Swamp, were you sweating this weekend? That was a lot closer than it had any right to be. That was a fun game. Man, that was not the only fun game though. There was a load of fun games this weekend. Oh, and Swamp's birthday is tomorrow. I'm not going to wish you a happy early birthday now because I'm going to wish you a real happy birthday tomorrow. Maybe we'll have a Saint special or something going on tomorrow for you. There was so many good games this weekend.
I am going to be very wet tomorrow, unfortunately.
For Swamp's birthday, you're going to be kind of swampy on Swamp's birthday.
I'm going to be swampy for Swamp's birthday during the live stream.
What sucks, Josh and I were talking about this beforehand. So for those of you that don't know, JL made a water bet on the 14 Personnel podcast last week with those guys. It was Sam Darnold versus Baker Mayfield versus Derek Carr. And JL had Baker Mayfield. And JL, you were right. Like you were correct. But you still lost because of that last-minute Hail Mary from Derek Carr pushing him over Baker Mayfield.
Last-minute fumble by Baker.
And the fumble from Baker. But for all intents and purposes, you were correct. And anyone that listened to you about starting Baker probably has you to thank for that. But you're still getting wet. A bet's a bet, and you lose.
It was looking real bad for Derek Carr beforehand, too. I shouldn't have gloated so much before it was over.
Oh, I was celebrating for you. I was texting you like, you got it. You nailed it. Baker is killing it. But they went into like slow down offense in the second half. They weren't as urgent, and Baker didn't do as much there. And then with that last minute fumble kind of ruined you. That game was fun to watch though. And the Titans, outside of Derrick Henry, had those 28 garbage time points that allowed most of those guys to have a pretty good fantasy week too. So you weren't ruined, even though the Browns blew them out by 7 points.
Yeah.
What was your guys' favorite game of the weekend? Just give me what stands out to you?
There were a lot of good ones, like you said. Honestly, I mean, the one that stands out the most to me is probably the Giants versus the Seahawks.
Yeah, that was a good one.
I mean, Simon said this before, but the Seahawks tend to play down to their opponents. And I agree. And that's kind of what happened this weekend. That one definitely stands out to me. Was it my favorite game of the weekend? Probably not. Another one that stands out to me is the Raiders versus the Jets. I mean, I thought the Jets were going to win that game. I was watching Red Zone over my house, and I'm like, man, the Jets are finally getting the win against the team that beat the Chiefs, right? So I thought that was pretty funny. But those were definitely surprising games. The
Packers-Eagles game, just because we finally got to see a little bit of Jalen Hurts thrown in there.
Yep.
That was fun. It took long enough, but he actually looked pretty good out there. I think they got to start him the rest of the year, not necessarily because he's the better option or he's the one that's going to make them win. Like, I don't know if that's the answer, and I'm not going to say Jalen Hurts is a long-term better quarterback than Carson Wentz, but they need to find out through like these last 4 games, is Jalen Hurts the guy we want to roll with next year? And you're only going to find that out by starting him. Yeah. We made a water bet last week that Swamp's reminding us about, but I can't remember what it was. Gaskin, JD, and there was a third guy, and we all took a different person. I imagine I took JD McKissick. I love him. But I don't remember what the bet was.
Was it Gibson?
We'll go back. We'll check the stream.
Check the records.
Kev says, "Bird up." What's up, Kev? What's up, Sean? What's up, Jabronis? I said, "What's up?"
Jabroni of Jabroniville.
Rough week. The one league where I screwed up and played Lazard over Crowder, my opponent didn't start a kicker and scored 215 points.
Did you just say opponent?
Opponent. He did say opponent. He's a punter. His opponent.
His opponent had an opponent based on that score. He didn't even need a kicker.
Well, I thought you were going for like jabroni a little bit, opponent. I don't know. My opponent. Like even if you started Crowder, would you have like come close? I'm guessing not. 215 points seems like a lot unless the scoring's ridiculous.
Yeah, probably not. In guys, I have a confession. In one of our leagues, I don't know what happened. I started Dion Lewis over Jonathan Taylor. I even went in and adjusted the lineup. So our starting running backs in our experts league, our starting running backs were Dion Lewis and Clyde Edwards-Helaire. We got a combined 0.6 points from our running backs. Dion Lewis did outperform Clyde Edwards-Helaire. We are currently winning. We're up by like 50. We have Amari Cooper. He's got Deontay Johnson, Washington D, and one other player. But I looked at that this morning and I was like, oh my God, what did I do? I could have sworn I started them, but oh well, that didn't work out in our favor.
That is the worst.
Do you guys know the results? Are you hanging on the edge of your seat to make the playoffs in any of your leagues with tonight's games or tomorrow's game?
Mine are pretty decisive. I'm either in or out.
I've got 2 leagues where I'm 6-6. In one of the leagues, I need Deontay Johnson to go off. In the other league, it's actually already week 13 playoffs. I need Deontay Johnson to not go off or I lose in the first round. So I need Deontay Johnson to like score the perfect amount of points where I win in the league to make the playoffs, but not enough to make me lose in the league where it's the first round of the playoffs.
Did I see your thumb?
That's the only. Oh yeah, I slammed my finger in the door.
It's gotten worse.
That looks good.
It's starting to look like nail polish. It changes shape every day. Yesterday it was Australia. Today it's more of just like a messed up circle.
Just some nice blood on your nail. It's no big deal,
totally
right?
Normal. Totally.
It's the fashion trend for 2020. Get in the game. Okay.
I'm gonna be honest with you guys real fast. My week wasn't that great. I was borderline making the playoffs, not making the playoffs in about 4 leagues. It looks like 3 of them I'm not going to make the playoffs in. One of them I probably will. It's still okay. I'm going to make the playoffs in the majority of my leagues still, but man, yesterday was rough.
That's like me last week.
Yeah. You probably had a good week, JL, knowing how we
I did.
altered. Yep.
Yeah, I did. I
Sense.
had a very good week. Thank you.
I'm sure you did.
I appreciate that, Josh.
Good for you, man. Yeah. Great.
Okay, enough of that passive aggressiveness.
That's about your opponent, all right?
And that's about your opponent. Today we are playing a round of poll perception. Josh has gathered 5 polls for us.
I have.
JL and I are going to be guessing the percentages, and we're going to see who comes out on top as the winner. Josh, I know you're not even playing this week, but just so you know the rules for us, I'm going to explain the rules to you again. How poll perception works is, like I said, Josh found some polls on the internet. He's going to come to me, and he's going to say, hey, Simon, what percentage of people would prefer Saquon Barkley over Myles Gaskin in a 12-team dynasty league? I'll then give my answer, let's say 80%. Josh, I'll get points based on how close I am to the actual percentage. JL, though, is going to be guessing whether the actual answer is over or under my guess. He gets points if he correctly guesses the over-under. After 4 rounds of that, we'll do a 5th round where JL and I both write down our answer, a percentage, and whoever's closer gets 5 points.
Sorry, Sean just makes me laugh when I read his comments like half the time. So thanks, Sean. I feel my pain as well.
Sean, I scored 160 and would have beat all other 8 teams. Terrible luck with that this year. Oh, I hate that. My in the league that I'm in with my girlfriend and JL, she has the 2nd most points scored in the entire league, and she's about to miss the playoffs.
Oh, that's a heartbreaker.
Yeah, she's got a great team, but what did her in, I think, was she had a bunch of week 13 bye players. She had the Buccaneers and Panthers players just hoisting her team up and finally did her in. And the Will Fuller suspension. It was a rough end of the season. So I'm 5-7. If I win this week, I make the playoffs, and who I'm facing is also 5-7. You know what? That's fun. That's what we live for. Those kind of fantasy matchups. Yeah.
It sounds like he's not. I'm joking. He's either trying to be very humble and not gloat, or she's probably losing this one.
If you know anything about Swamp, he's humble.
Swamp says, oof, what about the Pats-Chargers game? The shoe finally dropped for Justin Herbert. That We said it though. You don't start a rookie quarterback against New England. I don't care who's on their team. Bill Belichick will take a squad of fourth graders and make a rookie quarterback look like a scrub. And he did. Josh Herbert Josh Herbert. Why did I say Josh Herbert?
Josh Herbert.
Look at me. I'm here.
I just can't get Josh off my mind. Justin Herbert looked like poo-poo water.
Easter.
Now, I mean, like, that's what the Patriots do. They make quarterbacks, especially young rookie quarterbacks, look dumb. Bill Belichick knows the right kind of pressure to bring just to make them just feel uneasy and make incorrect reads and turn the ball over, because the Patriots didn't do much on offense. I mean, it was their defense and special teams. So it is what it is. That's what Bill Belichick knows how to do, right?
I took Mike Williams out of all my lineups, and it felt good. I'm very happy about that.
It felt good to take Mike Williams out of your lineup.
No, it didn't.
It felt good when he did that
afterwards.
Good after the
it wasn't his fault. It was a stupid acne-faced quarterback.
Before we start the game, I have a very important question for you guys. I posted it on Twitter, and I wanted to get your answers live. We had mixed responses from all over the place. If you could have one NFL player read you a bedtime story, who would it be and why?
Should I just read what I put? Because I answered this already.
Yeah, you can answer it. I just want to get this live on the stream, and I need Josh's answer because he never answered me. It's a very important question.
One NFL player?
Yeah. Active, non-active. They just got to be alive to read you a story.
Okay.
Who would it be?
I want to make sure it's a good one, you know?
I'll give you mine while you're thinking. Mine would be Christian Wilkins from the Dolphins. Christian Wilkins, he even taught some kindergarten classes during the off season. Know what I mean? He's got that experience. He's silly. He's goofy. He knows what he's doing in that front too. I feel like that'd be a kick-ass bedtime story. He might even put on the Power Ranger outfit for me that he was famous for wearing in college.
So, you want to know who first came to my mind? I don't know why. It was Darren Waller. I like the man's voice.
His voice is so cool. Every time he does the intro for the fantasy footballers, he's my favorite. Cuckoo. He like does the little.
No, I really do like his voice a lot, and but there's something about Peyton Manning just talking. It's kind of soothing. I'm serious.
Someone else said Peyton Manning in the comments, and I was like, you know what? This is a good answer. This is just a good answer.
I like Peyton Manning just talking. I know he kind of can sound like a dingus a little bit sometimes, but hey, look, Jordan, look at that. I think I'm gonna go with Peyton Manning here.
All right, it's fair. I said, I agree with Kevin. I said Larry Fitzgerald.
Oh, really?
I'd curl up next to him. He'd open up Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix. I'd drift off to dreamland, and after a while, he'd gently tuck me in, kiss me on the forehead, and say, "Sweet dreams, little guy. Sweet dreams."
I love it.
It's the nicest guy there ever was.
And you'd catch some Z's with Larry Fitzgerald over there.
100%. There was a
drop any of them.
Answers on your tweet. There's a lot of
Gronk,
Kittle.
I was about to say Gronk.
And Marshawn Lynch.
It was Marshawn Lynch.
Yeah, everyone wanted Marshawn Lynch to read him a good night story.
I love the one or two guys that were.
Didn't he do a commercial last year? Like he's like an all through the house. Wasn't that Marshawn Lynch? It was like a Christmas. He was like reading.
Someone fact checked it. If you can find a Marshawn Lynch reading a good night story. Okay, so we got Peyton Manning and Larry Fitzgerald and Christian Wilkins. I think those are solid answers.
Yeah.
Okay, you guys ready to jump into some poll perception?
Oh yeah.
Josh, you're the ringleader. You're the game master. You're the head honcho. So I'll pass it off to you. Who's going first this week, me or JL?
Hey, I'm going to tell you this right now. Going first might matter. So, this is an important decision. You just want me to flip a coin here,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if it lands heads, it's JL. If it's tails, it's Simon. It's tails. So
Boom.
Simon will be going first.
Let's get it.
We'll see if that is an advantage or a disadvantage, because these questions can be tough, boys.
Swamp says Gronk. Yeah, Gronk was a popular answer. My only problem with that is it'd be too hype for me to follow.
Yeah, exactly.
Gronk needs to read me my pregame story. Like, he needs to come over for the pregame before you go out, and he just reads you a book to get you hyped up.
All right, boys, are you ready?
Oh, yeah. No, he was correcting himself. He accidentally said Grink instead of Gronk. Gotcha.
Great.
Gotcha.
Grink. Okay, what's my question? Let's hear
All
it.
right, Simon, you get the first question.
Boom, boom,
All
boom.
right. So this is in a dynasty league. It's pretty straightforward. Who would you rather have on your team? Which rookie running back would you rather own in dynasty? Side A is Jonathan Taylor. Side B is Clyde Edwards-Helaire. What do you think, Simon?
When was this poll? Was this yesterday?
They were all within the last 24 hours.
So people are probably there. Oh God, I know I would pick Jonathan Taylor, and I would have even before this week. But I think people are still. I think people are a little bit underwhelmed with the performances from both of these rookies, based on what they thought was going to happen with CEH on the Chiefs and then Marlon Mack going down for JT. But I would have expected the answer to lean more CEH. But Jonathan Taylor did just have a great week. People might start thinking that he's turning the corner, and CEH, I know he was sick, so it's not like he had a bad week, but that really rubbed people the wrong way. So if this was after that game, people got a nasty CEH taste in their mouth. They just can't get out. Man, you know what? I think that might be enough. I think it was going to be close leaning CEH before that, but I think that nasty, I don't know what kind of taste he's left there. Flu taste is going to push it to the JT side, but I still think it's going to be close. I'll say 56% side A, 56% JT.
So you think 56% of people chose Jonathan Taylor?
Yep. What's the sampling size, just so I know?
Just so you know, it is a 456 total votes.
Pretty big sample. That's a decent sampling size.
This stream started, so
perfect.
Could have slightly went up before since then.
56%. Lock me in.
56%. All right, JL, what do you think? Are you taking the over or under of 56%?
I'm going to take the under. I think that Simon's probably close to correct here, but I think that that offseason hype, Clyde Edwards-Helaire is still on the Chiefs. I think it's going to keep his value a little bit higher. Jonathan Taylor hasn't really been good apart from the last couple of weeks. He's been around the same performance as CEH. So I'm going to say under. I don't think it's by a lot, though.
All right.
We got some other guesses in, it looks like. Sorry, I just saw these. JT, 51% from Swamp. 67% want JT from Sean.
Good guesses.
So 51 and 67.
Oh, and Swamp said he would pick John Madden.
Yep, that counts.
No, actually, John Madden's a good answer.
That's a really good answer.
I'm John Madden here, and
I was going to do it.
Story.
You know who I don't pick? Lou Holtz.
Booger McFarland.
Booger, I think would read a good bedtime story. He's not a good Monday Night Football announcer, but I think Booger could kill a bedtime story. We don't need to pile that on him.
You think John Gruden? I know. I don't think he played in the NFL, but I wouldn't hate that. It might be a little too intense.
I'm gonna pass on John.
His hair would get in your mouth.
All right. Let's forget about John Gruden. How about that, guys?
Deal.
Anyway,
if I can.
So, which rookie running back would you rather have in Dynasty? Side A, Jonathan Taylor. Side B, Clyde Edwards-Helaire. The percentage of people that chose Side A, Jonathan Taylor, is 75% of people.
Ooh,
75% of people chose Jonathan Taylor on this trade.
Sean, you were the closest.
Wow. I was a little surprised myself when I saw it.
I'm with you, Swamp. I think it was closer to 51%.
If I had to guess this without looking at it, I probably would have guessed right in the range Simon did. So I can't blame you, but this does show you how people are thinking, you know, like one bad game on Twitter means you're done in Dynasty bit. Not done, but you know what I'm saying.
I think people were starting to sour on CEH just a little bit, and all they needed was an excuse to like Jonathan Taylor better, and he's started giving them that excuse. Know what I mean? Like his good games recently, it's not like CEH has done much. People were just waiting for an excuse to jump to the Jonathan Taylor side. I've liked Jonathan Taylor's talent better the entire time. I'm glad to see him finally performing, even if I left him on the bench on accident.
I kind of forget how to put up the scores here.
You create another banner and then you click
ticker
at the bottom or scroll or whatever it says. So I
Yeah,
get
that makes-
nothing, and JL gets nothing, right?
I believe so. Yeah,
'Cause that was more than 15 percentage points away. Hot start.
Doing good.
So Simon a 0 and JL is a hero.
Oh no, I'm gone.
Bro.
You good over there, Josh?
How's that look? Does that look
Nailed
good?
it.
Camera on
Perfect.
today.
I like it. I like it. I like it. All right, let's get in there, boys. So no one got any score there, but it was kind of a weird poll, right? You know, I'll kind of give you that.
That was a weird one. We lost
All
to
right.
Simon. Or
I
is it
know.
intentional so you could vape?
No, I'm trying to figure out my camera. The settings messed it up.
All right, JL. So the next one's going to be for you. Are you ready?
Yep, I'm ready.
All right, cool. You might notice something a little bit similar about this question. It's a dynasty league. The question simply stated, who would you rather have on your team? Antonio Gibson on side A or Jonathan Taylor on side B? You kind of got a little bit of context with that last one, maybe. I don't know. If you need to know the sampling size, when I last checked, it was 589 votes.
God, 75% of Jonathan Taylor. I'm gonna go 67% on Antonio Gibson.
You're going with 67% on the Antonio Gibson side.
Yeah.
All right.
And Swanson's
Which side?
got to score.
Wait, so
Swan.
yeah.
Swan got a
Swan.
score. I want to start calling him Swan. Swan Gogler.
Swan Goglin.
Joe, which side would you take, just out of curiosity? Straight up, would you rather have Antonio
Jonathan
Gibson
Taylor.
or Jonathan Taylor?
Jonathan Taylor.
See, me too. And because of that, like I know that with a sampling size of 2 right here, I think more people are still gonna buy into that talent that Jonathan Taylor has. People were hyped about him. So I'm gonna take the under on JL's guess. Wait, what was your guess again? 60 something?
67.
67. Yeah, I'm taking the under on that.
You're taking the under.
Yeah.
All right, you're locking it in there. So JL is saying that 67% of people who voted would rather have Antonio Gibson over Jonathan Taylor. Simon thinks it's less than that. Well, the real answer: who would you rather have on your dynasty team, Antonio Gibson or Jonathan Taylor? The real percentage of people that chose Antonio Gibson is 42%. 42% of people chose Antonio Gibson here. Sorry, JL, you will.
Oh,
You were so bad he froze. Sorry, JL. JL, aren't you
look
the
at
one
that
always
face.
preaching recency bias?
Yeah, but that doesn't mean the point of the game is to guess how the public is going to choose, not how I would choose.
You're right. I'm wrong.
Very
I'm a
true.
fool.
Very true. It's very true.
You're back,
Josh,
Josh.
we lost you there for a second. You were frozen.
Yeah, I'm back. Don't worry. I'm always here. All right, Simon is now in the lead with a score of 2-0.
Insurmountable lead.
Insurmountable.
Should just give up.
Sean says that's crazy. I would have thought with recency bias, people would want Gibson.
Me
You know,
too.
I can definitely see that. I think there's some players though that are kind of sticky. You know what I mean? Like some players have a little bit of stick to them where you need a little bit more to overcome it.
I would have thought Clyde Edwards-Helaire would have this equal amount, if not the same amount as Jonathan Taylor.
I think because Jonathan Taylor had so much pre-draft hype. Know what I mean? Like CEH didn't really get the hype until he was drafted.
Okay, I got you.
That's true.
He until he was drafted by the Chiefs, he didn't have that like talent hype that like guys like DeAndre Swift and Jonathan Taylor had.
I mean, we're going to mention recency bias. I mean, there's some recency bias going Jonathan Taylor's way as well, right? A little bit.
For sure.
Yeah, not necessarily, not really more than Antonio Gibson, but they've both been doing well recently.
But you have like the whole package of Jonathan Taylor being on what's perceived to be a better team, what's perceived to be a better offensive line, a better situation. He's perceived to have more talent like throughout most of the season. That plus, you know, everything going on now. I
3 weeks
guess I
ago,
could
I
see.
feel like this would have been way different.
Oh
I
yeah,
agree.
no doubt. People 3 weeks ago, I bet people would have been like, "You're crazy for even considering this."
Yeah.
But like that just goes to show you how much stuff can change so quickly in the NFL.
Swamp wants to know. He asked this already, but Josh wasn't here. So, Josh, this is for you. If you could sit down and talk with one NFL player, who would it be? And Josh, just so you know, my answer was actually Darren Waller whenever he asked this question. So the one
That's
that you initially
funny.
said.
That's really funny.
Darren Waller was my answer.
It's got to be a current NFL player. Sit down and talk with an NFL player. Who would it be? Probably Aaron Rodgers. I think he would be awesome to talk to. He's been in the NFL for so long. I think he's the most talented quarterback to ever play in the NFL. I mean, you could argue Patrick Mahomes, but he hasn't done enough.
It's not that funny.
Shut your mouth, Josh. Shut your mouth.
No, I'm joking. Aaron Rodgers. I think he's a really cool dude.
I feel like I hear him talk enough on those stupid State Farm commercials. I'm good.
I was gonna say I feel like he wouldn't give me the time of day either. I feel like I'd be like, "What's up, Aaron?" He'd be like, "Next."
I didn't know we had to talk to someone that would want to talk to us because I would change.
I feel like every NFL player is probably going to do that.
No, Darren Waller would be so nice to me. Aaron Rodgers would boot me right. He'd be like, "Why are you in my living room?"
How did you get my address? Who let you in?
All right, guys. Are you ready for the next question?
I guess.
All right, Simon, you are up. I'm going to ask it to you. I'm going to ask you whether you're ready or not.
I'm ready.
Who would you rather have in a Superflex Dynasty League? Side A, Tua Tagovailoa. Side B, the rookie 1.01.
Okay. I think this is going to be wildly lopsided. I think everyone's going to run the rookie 101. Trevor Lawrence since he came into college, has been hyped as like the most talented prospect since Andrew Luck. He's got some serious hype built around him. And Tua's didn't play. The hype kind of died down. He's looking all right so far. Like, you've seen a little bit from him and it hasn't been magic. And I think people always want the mystery box. They'd rather take like the potential of this next superstar coming out. And I do think the star power of Trevor Lawrence is higher than the star power of Tua Tagovailoa. So it's just a matter of how lopsided is this going to be? Because this is basically Tua versus Trevor. I'm going to say 13% of people would choose side A.
So Simon thinks 13% of people would choose Tua Tagovailoa over the rookie 1.01 this year. What do you think, JL? You're taking the over or the under 13%?
I think I'm going to take the over. This is hard, though. I feel like this could be like 2%.
That's what I almost feel like I went too high, but then at the same time, like 13 is already so low.
How many people?
320.
All right, I guess I'll go over.
JL's taking the over.
So then we got,
you said
Sean
13%?
I said 13. Sean says 84% want the first pick, so that would be what, 16%? So Sean's guess is 16, and Swamp says 41.
Trevor Lawrence on the Jets. Yes, that's a good point, actually.
That's a really good point.
You want Tua on the Dolphins or Trevor Lawrence on the Jets? No, I'm joking. But let's see what the answer is. How about that? Who would you rather have in a Superflex Dynasty League? Side A, Tua Tagovailoa, or Side B, the rookie 101? The actual amount of people that chose Tua Tagovailoa over the rookie 1.01 is 10% of people. 10%
there.
What a guess, Simon. Only 3% off. Hey,
Boom.
Sean, great guess as well. 6% off. JL, you knew it was a good guess. You couldn't really pick the over-under, but you went with the over. Unfortunately, you're wrong there. Simon.
Give me that 5 points.
5
I
points
just need 1 point. I can't get skunked. I don't want to do a naked mile. It's cold outside.
I want to
did one. You just did one yesterday.
Just did one yesterday for fun.
JL, you can do a naked quarter mile if you want to. I know a mile's really far. If I had to do a naked mile, it might take me 20 minutes.
Just a naked lap around the house.
Currently, school children playing in the park outside of my house, so I probably cannot do that. But that's okay.
I'll allow you to wear one sock anywhere you want.
Okay, that'll definitely solve the
Put it on your right hand to keep it warm.
Yeah, if that's what you prefer, hey, that's your call, man.
JL, you're down 7-0, you big fat loser.
I know, you big fat
Dale.
winner.
Ooh, you're really gonna want to get some points here.
I know.
I mean, it's just
I
some.
know, Josh.
All right, you ready, JL?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, I'm hitting you with the next one. The fourth question. Hey, you might see a little bit of a theme here. Who would you rather have in a Superflex Dynasty League? Huh? Who would you rather have in a Superflex Dynasty League?
Joe Burrow or the 101? Oh, it's
Justin Herbert or the rookie 1.01?
Oh, yours is
What do you
definitely
think?
harder. Yours is definitely harder, JL.
I'm going with 7-6.
His final answer is 7-6.
I don't even know where he's going with that.
I'm going with 18%.
So I actually did not hear you at all. I was
18%, 1-8.
You think 18% of people would prefer Justin Herbert over the rookie 1.01?
Justin Herbert.
Why can't we get his
Herbert.
name right?
Herbert.
Josh Herbert. Justin
Josh.
Herbert.
Josh Hoover.
Joshua Hoover or Trevor Lawrence?
Yeah, 18%.
You're saying 18%? Okay. What do you think, Simon?
I'm going higher. I think Justin Herbert's shown enough this year that some people will be pulled away from the potential that is Trevor Lawrence. Justin Herbert's on a better team. We've already seen it. He's had some magic games this year. I think Justin Herbert might even win this poll. I think it might be close. I'm thinking it's going to be around 50%, but I'm taking the over.
Well, Simon.
Would you take Justin Herbert over Trevor Lawrence, you fanboy?
Oh, I would not. No, I'll take Trevor Lawrence 100%, but that's because of my Clemson bias, and I really love Trevor. I think they're close enough in value that I would let my Clemson bias take over and allow me to take Trevor.
Fair enough. Well, the actual amount of people.
Let's just forget about yesterday's game.
Yeah, seriously. You're gonna have to if you're picking a side on this poll, huh?
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna go for it, guys. The actual amount of people that prefer Justin Herbert over the rookie 1.01 is 47%.
Woo-hoo!
So, unfortunately for JL, you did get that one wrong. But hey, the game's not over, JL. Simon only got 2 points here. He's only up by 9, all right? So
you have to get the last one exactly right, and you can beat me.
I want him to do it.
Let's do it.
JL, I'm changing whatever it is just so you do this.
No.
Yes.
JL, I'm cheering for you a little bit.
A little bit. I mean, why
that
not?
would be so much fun. I'd be so mad, but that would be wild. That'd be like a full court shot with 0.1 seconds left, just going in.
Bowling.
From the bathroom.
You're having diarrhea, so you had to excuse yourself, but somehow you ended up with the ball.
Bounced off all the walls.
You just see it come flying in through the arena entrance.
Hits some dude's bald head. Bounces off.
Look, I mean, Swamp Nola with a 62% guess, not too bad. You would have been no points, but it was a tough one, honestly. You know, especially considering so many people are taking the 101 over Tua. I would have assumed it would be a little bit closer, but Justin Herbert.
I don't even talk about Tua and Justin Herbert in the same sentence anymore.
Yeah.
Those guys are miles apart in value.
It's fair.
I can't wait until Justin Herbert's no longer like just destroying recency bias.
Why? Because I've been fanboying about him like all year.
Yeah.
I
just
want everyone to know
be,
after that first game, the first game he played, JL was like recency bias, and I was saying no, he's the truth.
I admitted that I was wrong.
Okay,
right?
I want that on the record. He is a great quarterback.
It is on the record. I said you were right about him. He does look good in the one game I watched.
Swamp wants to know how you like in season 4 of Big Mouth. I haven't finished it yet, but I think it's better than season 3. I haven't started it yet. I didn't get the chance to start it this weekend, but I'm gonna start it either tonight or tomorrow.
I haven't started it yet either. I'm excited.
I'm excited. I'm hyped that it came out.
I haven't finished the last 2 episodes of season 3 yet.
What? You haven't seen the Valentine's Day special either then?
I have.
Oh, you have? Okay.
I think that was before season 3 came out.
Was it?
I
think
so.
I watched it after season 3, but you might be
Let's
right.
talk about things that JL can talk about.
You got a big mouth.
You can talk about
pitch
it. I mean, you're not going to know what you're talking about, but you can say things.
We already had our big mouth conversation on Friday. No more big
Let's
mouth.
talk about it some more.
He's just bitter because he lost Guess Who off of a big mouth character.
No, we tied.
You lost that round.
It was a 3-way tie.
Oh, Swamp has a really cool solution. Just watch Big Mouth JL.
Oh,
that
would
isn't
be a simple solution. But
See, Miles wants to know, will Mostert get enough touches tonight? Enough for what is the question? Just kidding. I think whatever your question is, I agree with JL. I think he will. I think you can start Mostert tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, if your question is if you can start Mostert, yeah, please do it. Yeah, I mean, he's exciting. He's an exciting guy to watch. Even if he only gets 10 touches, one could be an 80-yard run for a touchdown. So,
yep,
I'd be starting him. Yeah.
Josh, you got a date later.
Let's do it.
You and Kev got a date later. Okay,
I like it.
We're on to round 5.
We're on to round 5. JL, you really need to pull this one out of your ass.
I know.
All right. Last question. Who would you rather have in an 8-team PPR dynasty league? Side A, Stephon Diggs. Side B, Terry McLaurin.
Wait, this is round 5. We're both writing down a percentage, right?
Yes. I probably should have said that going into this. You guys got pieces of paper, right? Write down your percentage. You'll show it, blah, blah, blah.
Oh, God. And we're saying what percentage would prefer side A?
Stephon Diggs. What percentage of people prefer Stephon Diggs over Terry McLaurin?
In an 8-team PPR dynasty. What's the sampling size here, Josh?
Let me see.
Only pick dynasty polls, Josh?
Yes. What redraft polls would you like me to put up here, Joe?
Any?
Because there's no start sit ones. There's no trade ones. There would be a couple start sit ones, but the polling size would be about 50, and I know you're not a big fan of that.
Yeah, like big polling sizes.
So this one only had 180 though.
Okay, Josh. While we're coming up with our answers, give us a 30-second movie review on 50 First Dates.
I think we already did this one, but
did we do 50 First Dates? Fine, then I'll change it.
Maybe not. I think I was actually recently just talking about 50 First Dates this weekend.
Okay.
So
What's up, NBA?
You've thrown these movie reviews at me, and we've never actually had a discussion about what this means. I believe I'm just supposed to make up words
Gosh,
about what this movie
too much about it.
Well, again,
don't think Josh, just talk.
Improv.
I listen. I don't know what you guys want me to say.
There's so much pressure on me to get this exactly right. I can't do this. Oh. This is the worst movie review ever, Josh.
I don't know what to say about it. I mean,
okay.
I think we should have some kind of conversation leading into this, maybe after the stream.
Nope, Josh, it's not going to be granted. Everyone else figured it out.
All right, cool.
I got my answer ready.
Sounds good to me.
Cleveland Browns. Don't jinx us, NBA. We do not have a playoff spot locked up yet. It is not. We could still choke it away. And as a Browns fan, I'm not going to hold any hope out. I'm going to appreciate what we've done so far. And if we make the playoffs, that's the cherry on top. Okay. Alex Laskin wants to know Deontay or Mostert PPR. So you starting Deontay Johnson or Mostert in PPR leagues?
Dead close.
I'm
probably
close.
starting Mostert. Oh, that's tough though. That's very close.
Josh, what about you?
I would go with Deontay Johnson in PPR myself, but it is very close. Deontay Johnson is safer.
Yeah, the PPR makes me lean Deontay Johnson, but it is close. I think I'm also going to go DJ.
I would probably go Deontay Johnson in PPR.
Yeah, I'm leaning Deontay Johnson on that one.
If you're half PPR standard, I'd probably go Mostert.
Here, Swamp. Or here, Josh. Swamp has a question for you. Currently in the NFL now, who do you think is the most underrated player?
I mean, I have these lists of underrated players that you say every year, like Marvin Jones, people like that.
Keenan Allen.
He's probably not the most underrated player, but he's a player that just everyone should know his name. And I feel like not every typical NFL fan knows his name. Every fantasy guy knows his name. Terry McLaurin. I think he's a top 10, maybe top 5 wide receiver talent. I know he's not the most underrated player in the NFL, but I think with just average NFL fans, he might be, not fantasy players. So
What about Wayne Gallman? He's been balling out lately. He's been looking like a really, really good running back, not just a replacement for Saquon.
Yeah.
He doesn't. No, I'm not sold yet. Maybe
I don't know what else you need from him. You just hate Clemson. You know what it is? You're just a bitter Ravens fan. NBA Rigged called it out because the Ravens are not currently playoff bound.
Yeah, no, I mean, sometimes running backs, they, can find their stride and everything, but Wayne Gallman's had a lot of opportunity as a starter. And yeah, he's done well the last 2 weeks.
Celebrate, Simon. When was the last time the Browns were in the playoffs? I think it was 2002 and they lost in the first round. And I think the last time they won a playoff game was in like 1994 or something like that. It's been a very long time. It's been a really long time. I don't have memory of a Browns playoffs team. Like whenever they made it in 2002, I was in the second grade. I wasn't really an NFL fan. Know what I mean?
Derek Anderson. Yeah, they almost.
But I'll get excited once the spot is locked up. I think with a win this weekend, they can lock up a spot if I'm not mistaken. But we'll see. I'll need to look at the chart.
Thank you, Alex. Thanks for the question. That was awesome.
We appreciate it. Yeah, we're here every day at 3 p.m. Come in, play games with us, and if you've got questions, we love answering them.
Oh, yeah.
Swamp wants to know, who do you think is the most overrated player currently? Should I say it, Josh?
Who?
You can answer it for me if you want. Could it be Lamar Jackson?
I'm not sure who you're going to go with.
I don't think it's Lamar Jackson. I was just trying to get a reaction.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Let's see. Most overrated player in the
NFL.
NFL.
Overrated. Maybe like you could have said that coming in the season and you would have been right.
That's tough. That's really tough.
That's a tough question. It shouldn't be though.
Overrated.
I feel like a lot of the overrated guys have been kind of like they've been like found out recently. You know what I mean? Like Lev Bell, like not looking good on the Chiefs. Melvin Gordon had a great game last night, but he hasn't looked so great. Todd Gurley. I don't know.
Overrated.
That's tough.
Daniel Jones.
Swamp says Josh Norman.
Okay. We're defense too.
Overrated.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to think on that one.
Josh Norman's sort of fallen off. Like
Kev says Lamel. Kev says Lamel Jackson.
Lamel Jackson.
Yeah. I mean, Tom Brady probably.
It's probably a good one.
Actually, I mean, it's not that bad of an answer for like just this season, I guess. I don't want to get into an argument about Tom Brady's greatness.
Zach Ertz. I don't know if he still holds any of that hype.
I don't know.
I'm not sure.
Yeah,
that's tough. We'll think.
Alshon Jeffrey, man, 2 Eagles.
Yeah, I'll go with Zach Ertz. Jordan says Andy Reid is the most overrated player in the NFL. You know what? Maybe
would he play?
Running back.
Big.
For sure. Okay. You ready to reveal your answer, JL? Who's going first, Josh? Me or John Luke?
I believe Simon should because JL needs to get it spot on. 38%. Oh my God.
That's my answer. 38% chose Stephon Diggs over Terry McLaurin.
And Simon's going with 38%.
My turn?
Yep.
Yes.
Well, I crossed out 38.
Did you really?
Yep. Put 34.
Oh, man. Wait, did you change that after you saw mine? Or
No, I crossed it out first.
Oh, man. The fact that I'm close to your guess makes me think I'm really wrong.
That's a good point.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I know this is a 8-team PPR dynasty. Some people will talk crap about these leagues, but there's a lot of people out there playing in 8-team leagues, So, hey, We'll talk about it. It's still relevant, right? But who chose more? Or, who got more votes? Stephon Diggs or Terry McLaurin? I don't know. Maybe I do know.
Who
I'm going
did
to tell you
choose
now.
more, Josh?
All right. Well, the percentage of people that chose Stephon Diggs over Terry McLaurin is 37%.
Oh, I almost wrote 37. God, right there, so close. But suck it,
Hey,
JL.
you guys were
Another
both
5 for me.
within
I
3.
didn't even get 5 points.
Nope, I got
No,
another
you didn't.
5.
No, you didn't.
Yeah,
Yikes.
update the score just so we can see the full brunt of it.
Oh, I'll absolutely update
And the
that for you.
broadcast
No
early.
problem.
God, you can see the top of my 8 is a little bit flat. That's because I started writing a 7, and then I was like, no, we're going to put 8.
I couldn't choose because I was trying to go between like 39, 38, 37. Like which is going to be the right one?
37 should have been it. That
I
was
know that now. Thanks, Josh.
it.
Useless.
JL, I would say good game, but it really wasn't.
I hope that sounds terrible over the mic.
Do you think I should have Bass as a kicker in my lineup or Justin Tucker?
What?
I
Justin
don't-
Tucker, right?
I don't know kickers. I always just roll one out there and go for it.
I think
Is
it's
there any doubt about the Ravens game happening tomorrow, or is it definitely happening?
I don't think there's any doubt.
Okay,
At
because
all.
that was going to be the tiebreaker for me. Otherwise, probably Justin Tucker.
I mean, hey, there's doubt. I mean, it could happen, right? I mean, they just had this.
the world
I
could
mean,
end.
who
never know.
knows? Like, during this season, I'm not making any guarantees, but I haven't heard anything about the game not happening.
Then I don't know. Just because it's tomorrow and you can have an extra day if Bass doesn't play for some reason, I would start Bass and then have Justin Tucker as your backup tomorrow because kickers, I don't know kickers. That's not my expertise.
Yeah, that's fair enough, honestly.
Swamp says Simon is the Belichick and JL is Herbert.
You know what? I'm okay with that just because it's a slight towards Simon's love of his life.
Oh my
Or my weight or my wardrobe. It could be a slight
all
towards all
of
those
the
things.
above. All of the
I'm a fat, poorly dressed winner.
Sean, thanks for coming. It was good seeing you.
Sean says I got to run, guys. Your boy Sean. He's making too many muffins before going to the grocery store.
Yeah, making too many muffins.
I love the detail.
I did not read that before I threw it up. Go get that low sodium turkey. Catch you tomorrow, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Low
You're
sodium.
cracking me up. Swamp's been cracking me up the whole time, and then Sean comes in with like the gut punch at the end. Hey, you think you're funny? Watch this. Just kidding. You guys are hilarious. Okay, well, JL, you're a stinky loser. I'm the winner today. Tomorrow, guys, we got some special guests coming on to play week 13, 12? I can't do
13.
week 13.
13.
I'm on
13.
Burgundy. Week 13 fantasy horse with us. Who's coming on, JL?
We got Justin and Marco.
From the 14 Personnel podcast. We've already posted about it on our Twitter. You can see it on the Front Yard Fantasy page. Check out their profiles. Give them a follow. Maybe go talk some trash talk ahead of time. Keep it
Marco and I
simple.
will be wet the whole episode. We will be pouring water. I got to figure out how I can pour water myself in my girlfriend's parents' house. We'll figure that out.
Don't do
Outside.
it yourself. Have Ed do it.
Yeah, I was thinking
In
about
the
maybe doing it
shower?
outside, but Maria will just hold the
In the shower?
GoPro. I could do it in the shower, maybe. But yeah, no, it's not. We'll figure it out.
I'm pretty sure that's not
Just
allowed
one
on
stop.
Twitch. I'm pretty sure you're not allowed to be in the shower on Twitch. They've got
Yeah,
rules.
I think they'll ban us for that.
And I also know you can't show your feet. So if you were planning on doing that, don't do that either.
No,
You
all
actually
three of us have gross feet. Remember, we figured that out.
Hey, some people are, everybody's somebody's cup of tea.
Hope we don't get banned for that. I
Everybody's
just
so-
showed my foot.
Josh, did you just? We're kicked off Twitch. Oh, okay. Well, you guys are gonna have to.
It was
catch up.
inside a sock.
It was inside. It was inside a sock. Shouldn't matter.
Swamp says 14. Yeah, this upcoming week is week 14, but we're playing week 13 fantasy horse tomorrow based on the past week's fantasy results minus the Baltimore Dallas game on Tuesday.
I'm hosting, right?
You are hosting. You got to write the questions. And you got to write a lot of questions because there
Yeah.
are 4
Maybe
of
I'll
us
team you
playing.
guys up if I
Yeah.
can't come up with
You know
makes
what?
sense.
Actually, that's a much better idea. Are we going
Yeah.
to do a grudge match 14 personnel versus FYF, or are we going to split us up?
I don't know. So we'll see.
We can ask them what they want to do, if they want to go head to head with us or if they want to split us up a little bit.
So if you
Either
wanna
way,
see
my team's
Porter-
gonna win.
Yeah, that's likely, Josh.
Josh, can you take that question banner down so our Twiddle handle show for the new viewers?
Yeah, I got you.
Twiddle handle.
Oh, not that one. You can leave the
I
winner.
know. I
No, you can
know.
just take them both down. It's fine.
No, we're leaving the ticker up.
You don't need that one.
JL loses, Simon wins. Man, that feels good. I needed that today. Thank you so much.
Oh,
good-
dude, I really did not need that today.
Well, happy Monday. Hopefully, man, I always forget you were a Washington football fan, but you're so jaded with them that like the results of those games don't even affect you anymore in any way, shape, or form. Win, you're not happy. Loss, you're not sad. Before we go, Swamp wants to know who's winning the games today.
Well,
So we'll go Washington versus Pittsburgh first. Who's winning that game? Undefeated Pittsburgh Steelers or the 4-7 NFC East Washington football team?
I want to be like bold and like make an awesome call here, but I'm going with the Steelers.
Steelers.
Yeah, I gotta go with the Steelers. I like you, Josh. Like the Steelers have actually had a couple close games recently with lesser opponents, but
Yeah.
I don't think they can get it done. We'll see. I don't know. I don't know.
We'll let you be bold, Swampy.
Thank
I
you,
didn't know this
Swamp.
was trivia. I thought it was.
I
thought we were
needed
predicting.
someone. I need someone to say Washington. So we're good now that you got it covered. Then what about the Bills 49ers game?
Now
I'm saying
this one, I
Bills.
can see people
That's
going both
closer.
ways.
Yeah, that's a closer one. I'm gonna go Bills.
Me too.
I'm gonna go Bills. I'm
Bills.
switching my other one to the football team. Though, let's go. The football team's beating
Oh.
the Steelers.
Oh, we got a
big deal.
alert.
Let's go.
Mom says the Steelers win. It will happen.
I agree with you, Mom.
What about the other one, Mom? Is it going to be the Bills or the 49ers?
We'll wait.
Mom says, let's go, Josh. Okay, guys, unless you've got more questions,
So
we are
NBA
going
rates
to hop
at
off for
49ers.
today. What'd you say?
NBA race at 49ers.
49ers will
think
win.
we
Okay.
Yeah. I just the quarterback situation for each team, you know?
Yeah, that's the tiebreaker for me. But we'll see. We'll see. Maybe the 49ers can get Mostert going and it won't even matter who their quarterback is. That's a very real possibility.
Yeah.
Seriously. That's it for us today, guys. You can find us on Twitter at FrontYardFYF. You can find John Luke, JL, John Loser at FYF John Luke, and you can find Josh at FYF Josh. Please go follow us on Twitch, Front Yard Fantasy, and subscribe to us on YouTube. It helps us out so much. And before we jump off, we got the final call in the game. Mom says 49ers are going to win. You heard it here first. Okay,
Good call,
we'll
Mom.
see you guys tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern with our special
said
guest,
he'll-
14 personnel.
Swamp said he'll try and get on tomorrow. If we don't see you tomorrow, Swamp, happy birthday. I hope it's fantastic. Bring us Jimmy John's for your birthday. Thank you.
We'll see you guys tomorrow. Adios.
And
Josh,
trading
I-
mission is fun. If you can still trade, do it.